Never allow your cat to do this inside your home. Your feline companion sits there, eyes half closed, body relaxed on your favorite chair. Everything appears normal, perfect even. But beneath that peaceful surface, silent mistakes are unfolding. Mistakes that chip away at their health. Mistakes that quietly steal years from their life. Mistakes happening right under your nose. I'm James Mitchell, feline relationship coach. My goal is to help you build a deeper bond of love and trust with your cat, one secret at a time. And right now, I need to share something urgent with you. Veterinary professionals worldwide are sounding alarms about common household behaviors that most cat owners think are completely harmless. These aren't minor issues. They're serious threats disguised as everyday routines. Here's my request. If your cat's well-being truly matters to you, if you believe these precious creatures deserve more than just basic care, show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to Cat Sense's advice. Not for vanity metrics, but because what you're about to learn could fundamentally transform your cat's quality of life. The furry friend who depends on you completely deserves that much. So let's begin. The hidden dangers lurking in plain sight. Indoor cats face unique challenges. Yes, they're protected from outdoor threats like traffic, predators, and disease. But your home contains its own set of dangers. Dangers that don't announce themselves. Dangers that accumulate slowly until something goes terribly wrong. Let me start with something seemingly innocent, allowing your cat to play with random household objects. You see them batting around a rubber band and you smile. Cute, right? You watch them dive headfirst into a plastic shopping bag and you reach for your phone to record it. Adorable content for social media. But here's the reality veterinarians deal with daily. These toys become emergency room nightmares. Hair ties wrapped around intestines, shoelaces causing blockages, thread tangled deep in the digestive system, earbuds chewed and swallowed. That innocent rubber band, it can create a life-threatening obstruction requiring emergency surgery. And plastic bags present multiple dangers. First, they carry chemical residues from manufacturing and storage. Second, if your cat climbs inside and the opening closes, suffocation becomes a real possibility. Third, panic-induced thrashing can cause physical injury as they try to escape. Your cat doesn't understand danger the way you do. They operate on instinct, curiosity, and immediate sensory feedback. String moves like bray. Bags crinkle like leaves. Rubber bands bounce unpredictably. To them, these are irresistible. To their bodies, they're potentially lethal. The solution requires proactive thinking. Purchase proper cat toys designed with safety in mind. Toys that satisfy hunting instincts without presenting choking hazards. Rotate these toys every few days to maintain novelty and interest. Store dangerous household items in closed drawers, sealed containers, or rooms your cat cannot access. Before I continue, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below telling me one household item you never realized could harm your cat. Let's build awareness together. And if this information is valuable to you, smash that like button so more cat owners can discover these life-saving tips. Respect the sacred resting zones. Most people don't realize that cats require between 12 and 16 hours of sleep daily. That's not laziness, it's biological necessity. Their bodies use this time for essential restoration, immune function, and mental processing. But here's what matters even more. Where and how they sleep directly impacts their psychological well-being. Cats don't randomly choose sleeping locations. They select spots that meet specific criteria: security, warmth, elevation, and familiarity. When your cat finally settles into deep sleep, they've made themselves vulnerable. They trust their environment enough to let their guard down completely. Now think about how often you've interrupted that trust. You walk by, see your sleeping cat looking peaceful, and decide to give them a little pet. Or maybe they're napping on the couch where you want to sit, so you gently move them. These seem like minor moments, insignificant interactions. To your cat, they're violations. Each time you wake them or force them to relocate, you send a clear message. Your needs don't matter. Your choices can be overridden. Your safe spaces aren't actually safe. This creates chronic low-level stress that accumulates over time. The consequences show up in subtle ways at first. Your cat stops sleeping in visible locations, choosing instead to hide in closets or under furniture. They become more easily startled. They eat less because they're sleeping less. They avoid certain rooms where interruptions happen frequently. Eventually, the bond between you weakens because predictability and respect have been eroded. The fix is beautifully simple. Let sleeping cats remain undisturbed. If they're in your spot, sit somewhere else. If they look adorable, resist the urge to touch them. Observe and appreciate from a distance. Allow them complete control over their rest periods. This single change can dramatically improve your cat's stress levels and overall trust in you. Remember to subscribe to Cat Sense's advice if you're finding this valuable. We're building a community of cat owners committed to raising the standard of feline care. The terrifying reality of high-rise syndrome. Cats love height. Evolutionarily, elevation equals safety. From high vantage points, they can survey their territory, spot potential threats, and feel secure. This instinct is hardwired and cannot be trained away. Indoor cats especially crave vertical spaces because they provide mental stimulation and a sense of control. But many homes create deadly temptation zones. Wide open windows, balcony railings with gaps, furniture positioned near ledges, narrow window sills without barriers. You might think your cat understands the danger. You might believe they're too smart to jump. You're wrong. High-rise syndrome fills emergency veterinary clinics with tragedy every single day. Cats falling from second-story windows, third-floor balconies, sixth-floor apartments. Some survive with broken bones, shattered jaws, or internal injuries that require extensive surgery and months of recovery. Others don't survive at all. The trigger is always unpredictable. A bird flies past. A leaf blows by. A dog barks on the street below. A sudden noise startles them. In that split second, instinct takes over. They leap, and gravity does the rest. Cats don't calculate risk. They react to stimulus. One moment of prey drive or fear response can end their life or permanently disable them. The prevention is straightforward but requires commitment. Install sturdy window screens that cannot be pushed out. Use pet-safe netting on balconies with small enough gaps that your cat cannot squeeze through or get stuck. Create intentional vertical territory inside your home. Cat trees, wall-mounted shelves, stable perches specifically designed for climbing. Give your cat the elevation they crave, but control the parameters. Let them climb safely. Let them survey from secure heights. Let them satisfy their instincts without risking their life. Because their desire for height won't disappear, but your home environment can be modified to make that desire safe instead of deadly. Share this video with other cat owners. You might save a life. Seriously. One share could prevent someone else's cat from becoming another tragic statistic. The invisible killer, disrupted daily rhythms. Here's something most cat owners never consider. Indoor cats depend entirely on you to structure their day. In nature, cats follow the rhythm of prey availability, light cycles, and territorial patterns. Inside your home, those natural cues disappear. You become the primary source of routine, and when that routine becomes chaotic or non-existent, your cat's entire system suffers. Think about your own schedule. Do you feed your cat at the same time daily? Do play sessions happen predictably? Are quiet hours consistent? Or does everything shift based on your mood, your workload, or your social plans? When meal times vary wildly, your cat's metabolism gets confused. When play happens randomly or not at all, their energy has no outlet. When noise levels and lighting change unpredictably, their nervous system stays on alert. This creates chronic stress that manifests in ways you might not connect to schedule disruption. Midnight zoomies happen because your cat's energy wasn't properly expended earlier. Early morning yowling occurs because meal times have become unpredictable and anxiety-inducing. Sudden aggression during the day stems from accumulated frustration with no structured release. Restlessness at night comes from irregular sleep-wake cycles. Research from Cornell University demonstrated that cats without consistent daily enrichment developed compulsive behaviors. Over-grooming, pacing, excessive vocalization, all symptoms of an environment lacking predictable structure. The cat isn't broken, the environment is failing them. The solution demands very little time but significant consistency. Feed your cat at the same times each day, even on weekends. Schedule 10-minute play sessions twice daily, ideally before meals to simulate hunt-eat-sleep cycles. Maintain relatively stable lighting by opening curtains at consistent times. Keep noise levels predictable, avoiding sudden loud music or unexpected gatherings when possible. This isn't about perfection, it's about reliable patterns that allow your cat's body and mind to relax into a rhythm. When they can predict what comes next, when they trust that their needs will be met at expected times, their entire system calms down. Cortisol levels drop, sleep quality improves. Behavioral issues often resolve themselves. Most indoor cats aren't actually bored, they're confused. Confused by inconsistency, confused by chaos masquerading as normal life, confused by the absence of reliable structure. Give them predictability and you give them peace. Before we continue, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for Cat Census advice. Every week, we share insights that transform how you understand and care for your feline companion. When love doesn't feel like love. This next section is difficult because it challenges something most of us believe we're doing right. We love our cats. We want to express that love physically. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Much of what humans consider affection, cats experience as violation. Let's start with the most common mistake. You approach your cat, scoop them up gently, hold them close. You're trying to show love. But your cat squirms, flattens their ears, flicks their tail rapidly. You interpret this as moodiness or independence. You're misreading the situation entirely. Cats are solitary survivors by evolutionary design. Physical restraint triggers deep survival instincts. Being lifted off the ground removes their ability to escape, and escape routes are fundamental to feline security. In nature, the only creatures that pick up cats are predators about to kill them. Your arms might be gentle, but the experience bypasses logic and triggers primal fear. The signals are always present before you even touch them. Ears rotate slightly backward, tail twitches, whiskers pull tight to the face, eyes widen just a fraction. These are your cat's way of saying, "Please don't." When you ignore these signals and pick them up anyway, you communicate something devastating. Your boundaries are meaningless to me. Repeated over time, forced physical contact creates withdrawal. Your cat stops approaching you voluntarily. They sleep in distant locations. They avoid your lap. Not because affection disappeared, but because affection became associated with discomfort and loss of control. The alternative is simple but requires patience. Sit down and be still. Lower yourself to their level. Extend your hand and wait. Let your cat make the first move. When they brush against you, rub their cheek on your leg, or settle near you, they're choosing connection. That choice transforms the interaction from something you take to something they give. And what they give freely is infinitely more valuable than what you force. Now let's address another common mistake, waking your cat for affection. They look so peaceful, so soft, you can't resist reaching out to pet them. But consider this from their perspective. You sleep up to 8 hours per night. Your cat sleeps up to 16 hours per day. Every time you interrupt that sleep for your own satisfaction, you're prioritizing your emotional needs over their biological requirements. Constant sleep disruption leads to irritability, stress, and altered behavior. Your cat may start sleeping in inaccessible places like high closet shelves or behind furniture. They may become more reactive when awake. They may develop tension in their nervous system that manifests as restlessness, muscle twitching during sleep, or sudden overgrooming. The rule is ancient wisdom for good reason. Let sleeping cats lie. Their sleep is sacred, it's non-negotiable, it's essential for their health. Respect it completely and you'll build deeper trust than any forced cuddle session ever could. Then there's the issue of where and how you pet them. Not all touch is equal. Some areas of a cat's body contain dense clusters of nerve endings that make them highly sensitive. The belly, the base of the tail, the hind legs, these zones are often guarded because they're vulnerable. When you pet these areas without permission, your cat might tolerate it briefly, but tolerance isn't enjoyment. And if you persist in touching sensitive spots, your cat will eventually react offensively. A sharp bite, a quick swat, not aggression, self-protection. And if this pattern repeats, they'll begin avoiding even the touches they used to enjoy. Most cats prefer being petted on the head, behind the ears, along the cheeks, and under the chin. These areas have scent glands, and rubbing them is actually a form of social bonding in cat language. Watch your cat's body language closely. Leaning into your hand, purring softly, eyes gently closing. Continue. Tail twitching, ears flattening, sudden stillness, stop immediately. Affection should be collaborative, not imposed. It's a dance that requires reading your partner's signals and responding appropriately. If you're getting value from this, give us a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Tell me, what's one thing you've been doing wrong that you're going to change? Let's learn together.
The danger of teasing. This seems harmless, even funny. Wiggling your fingers under a blanket, tugging gently on their tail, sneaking up behind them, using strange voices to startle them. We call it play, but to your cat, it registers as unpredictable threat. A cat's tail isn't just decoration. It's connected directly to the spine and functions as an emotional barometer. Grabbing, pulling, or batting at it can cause genuine pain along with confusion and fear. It spikes cortisol levels and creates association between you and danger. Teasing extends beyond physical touch. Sometimes it's auditory, calling their name in weird tones or making sudden loud noises. Sometimes it's visual, using laser pointers without allowing capture or dangling toys they can never actually catch. This kind of stimulation without resolution creates deep frustration. Imagine someone holding your favorite meal just out of reach for 10 minutes, then throwing it away. You'd feel teased, frustrated, and eventually lose trust in that person. Cats remember these experiences not intellectually, but emotionally. Their brain stamps these moments with a feeling, this person creates chaos, not safety. The result shows up gradually. Your cat hesitates when you approach, they avoid eye contact, they refuse playtime entirely. Not because they're angry, but because their emotional memory warns them that interaction with you leads to stress. Replace teasing with structured play. Use wand toys that allow them to chase, stalk, and ultimately catch. Let them win at the end. Give them closure in their hunting sequence. When they chase, let them capture. When they pounce, let them succeed. This builds satisfaction, confidence, and positive association with you. The goal isn't entertainment for you. It's building genuine connection based on trust. Protecting your cat from visitors. Allowing guests, especially children, to rush toward your cat is another mistake many owners make without realizing the damage. Cats are prey animals. Even confident, social cats view sudden movements, loud noises, and reaching hands as potential threats. When someone new enters your home and immediately approaches your cat, expecting interaction, your cat's instinct is to assess danger first. They retreat, hide, or display defensive signals. And tragically, many owners then scold the cat for being unfriendly.
But your cat isn't rude, they're cautious, which is how they stay alive. The proper approach? Let visitors sit quietly and ignore your cat. Instruct children to be calm and still. Explain that the cat will approach when ready, if they choose to at all. And if they never approach, that's completely acceptable. Forced interaction destroys trust. Patient respect builds it. Remember, for cats, love is found in less, not more. Less force, less noise, less expectation. When a cat chooses to come to you voluntarily, to lean into your touch without being asked, to curl up beside you because they want to, that's not just affection, that's sacred bond. Don't forget to subscribe to Cat Sense's advice and share this video with someone who loves their cat. We're creating a movement of informed, compassionate cat owners. Invisible environmental threats. Now we shift to a different category of danger. Not behavioral, but environmental. Your home likely contains multiple threats you've never considered. Things that seem decorative or helpful to you, but are actively harming your cat. Start with houseplants. They're beautiful, they purify air, they brighten spaces. But many common varieties are toxic to cats. Lilies, aloe vera, snake plants, pothos, English ivy, sago palms. A single bite can trigger drooling, vomiting, seizures, or kidney failure. Many plants are sold without warning labels, and symptoms often don't appear until damage has already begun. Cats will chew plants, especially indoor cats craving stimulation and variety. Don't assume they'll avoid harmful plants instinctively. They won't. That's your responsibility. Check every plant in your home. If you're uncertain about safety, research it immediately. If it's even mildly toxic, remove it completely or place it somewhere genuinely inaccessible. And remember, cats climb, so high up isn't enough. It needs to be in a completely sealed room. Replace dangerous plants with safe alternatives: catgrass, catnip, spider plants, Boston ferns. These satisfy curiosity without risk. Next threat, scent. We love our homes to smell fresh. Cleaning sprays, candles, plug-in diffusers, essential oils. But cat's sense of smell is 14 times more powerful than ours. That citrus floor cleaner to love? To your cat, it's a chemical assault. The vanilla diffuser creating ambiance? It could be causing headaches, nausea, or respiratory distress. Essential oils are particularly dangerous. Tea tree, eucalyptus, peppermint, cinnamon, many are neurotoxic to cats even in small amounts. And candles made with paraffin wax release harmful toxins when burned. Combine that with artificial fragrance, and your cat is breathing a toxic cocktail daily. Signs of scent sensitivity often go unnoticed. Increased hiding, sneezing, paw licking, restlessness, avoiding certain rooms. Your cat can't articulate discomfort. They just know something feels wrong. Switch to pet-safe cleaning products. Use unscented options or products specifically formulated for homes with animals. Try natural alternatives like baking soda and vinegar. Replace chemical air fresheners with simple ventilation or activated charcoal. If you must use candles, choose soy-based, unscented varieties in well-ventilated areas. Better yet, skip artificial scent entirely. The water crisis nobody talks about. Cats are naturally poor water drinkers. In the wild, they get most hydration from prey. Inside homes with dry food and stagnant water bowls, dehydration becomes a silent, creeping threat. And most owners don't realize it until serious problems develop. Stale water breeds bacteria. Dust settles on the surface. Cats, being naturally cautious, won't drink water that seems off. Dehydration leads to urinary crystals, kidney disease, constipation, lethargy, and appetite loss. You might not notice until damage is done. Change your cat's water at least twice daily. Clean the bowl thoroughly every single day. If your cat seems disinterested in drinking, invest in a cat water fountain. Moving water mimics natural streams and encourages hydration. Place multiple water bowls around your home in quiet corners away from food bowls. Many cats prefer to drink in separate locations. This isn't just about water. It's about designing an environment that understands feline psychology and meets their needs instinctively. Like this video if you're learning things you never knew. Comment below telling me which tip surprised you most. And subscribe so you never miss future advice from Cat Senses Advice. The slow death of emotional connection. Sometimes the greatest danger isn't physical at all. It's emotional. It's the quiet erosion of connection between you and your cat. It happens gradually. No more chirps, no curious glances, just silence, distance, detachment. Many owners mistake this for independence or maturity, but it's not. It's emotional abandonment from your cat's perspective. They feel invisible. They stop trying to connect because they believe you stopped listening. This disconnection stems from missed moments accumulated over time. Being too busy to play, too tired to engage, days where interaction is reduced to feeding and litter box maintenance. Your cat tried to connect and you were unavailable. Eventually, they stopped trying. But you can rebuild this. Cats don't hold grudges, but they remember how you make them feel. Start with intentional attention. Just 5 minutes daily, fully present, no phone, no distractions. Sit with them, let them approach. Let silence become safety again. Reintroduce purposeful play. Use interactive toys that let them chase, stalk, and win. This isn't just entertainment, it's emotional fulfillment critical to their confidence and happiness. Rotate toys weekly. Add cardboard boxes, tunnels, or puzzle feeders. Small changes can reignite curiosity and joy. Speak to your cat, not in forced baby talk, but in your natural voice. Cats respond to tone, rhythm, and emotional quality. Your voice becomes a bridge signaling emotional presence. Simple greetings, gentle narration of your activities, soft encouragement. These help them feel seen, valued, and secure. Cats build routines around people as much as objects. They memorize your footsteps, your bedtime voice, the sound of your keys. Remove too many rituals and your cat feels lost. Restore them and they'll return, slowly but faithfully. Understanding feline grief. Cats grieve. They mourn lost companions, both human and animal. They grieve changes in environment or disruptions in routine. They sense your emotional distress and often mirror it. When you're stressed, anxious, or emotionally distant, your cat feels it. They may respond by hiding, over-grooming, refusing food, or sitting at doors waiting. These aren't random behaviors, they're signs of emotional distress. In these moments, they don't need solutions, they need presence, quiet support, familiarity, consistency. Finally, extended isolation. You might assume your cat is fine alone all day, but excessive sleeping, nighttime vocalization, destructive behavior, or litter box problems can signal emotional void. They're not acting out, they're trying to feel something. Small adjustments help tremendously. A bird feeder outside the window, calming music, interactive toys, or asking a friend to visit when you're gone. Cats don't need constant company, but they do need reliable emotional connection. Because ultimately, they don't crave luxury. They crave consistency, safety, affection on their terms, and genuine presence. Your next step. You've made it through this entire journey. That means you care deeply, and that matters more than you realize. From this moment forward, everything can improve. Hit that like button if this opened your eyes. Share this video with fellow cat owners who need to hear it. Subscribe to Cat Senses Advice so you never miss insights that could save or improve your cat's life. And write "I see you" in the comments for your cat and for every quiet companion waiting to be understood. When you truly see your cat, you don't just transform their life, you transform your own relationship with them. You become the safe space they need, the trusted friend they deserve, the guardian who actually understands them. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring enough to learn. Your cat is lucky to have you. This is James Mitchell from Cat Senses Advice, reminding you, love isn't what you force, it's what you allow. Until next time, honor the bond.